Did you know there are places on Earth so bizarre they seem straight out of science fiction? Today I'm taking you to 10 of the wildest, most unbelievable spots on the planet. We'll see a cave with crystals bigger than a bus, a crater that's been on fire for decades, and an island covered in creepy dolls. This isn't your average top 10 list. These are the world's most mind-blowing destinations. I've dug up the craziest facts and stories behind each one. Get ready for a whirlwind tour to places you've probably never heard of. By the end, you'll be questioning what's really possible on our planet. Ready? Let's dive in. First stop, Finland. Deep in the forests, hidden from the world, is Lake Hirvikaltionjärvi. From above, it's a perfect, naturally formed heart. No one carved it. Nature did this all on its own. For years, only locals knew about it. Now, thanks to drones and satellite images, the secret's out. The lake is crystal clear, surrounded by towering pines and shaped by a glacial ridge that split the water into a heart. It's so remote, there are no signs, no shops, just pure wilderness and this stunning symbol of love. Most people will never see it in person, but it's a reminder of the hidden wonders still out there. The heart shape is pure chance, a geological accident thousands of years in the making. Now people travel from all over just to catch a glimpse. It's a romantic, untouched masterpiece by nature. If you think a heart-shaped lake is wild, just wait for what's next. We're only getting started. Ready for a cave filled with crystals the size of trucks? Let's go! Next, we're in Mexico, nearly 1,000 feet underground at the Cave of Giant Crystals. These are the largest natural crystals ever found, some over 36 feet long and weighing 55 tons. Discovered by miners in 2000, the cave looks like Superman's fortress of solitude. But it's deadly. Inside, it's 136 degrees Fahrenheit with 99% humidity. Without a special suit, you'd last 10 minutes. The crystals grew for 500,000 years, undisturbed in mineral-rich, hot groundwater. When miners broke through, they found a hidden world of glowing selenite. Scientists can only study it in short bursts, wearing refrigerated suits. The cave is now flooded again, preserving the crystals for the future. It's a place that tries to kill you, but it's also one of Earth's greatest natural wonders. From a heart-shaped lake to a deadly crystal cave, what's next? How about a crater that's been burning for half a century? Let's go. Scene transitions. Welcome to Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert, home to the door to hell. The Darvaza gas crater is a massive pit, over 200 feet wide, that's been burning non-stop for more than 50 years. In 1971, Soviet geologists accidentally collapsed the ground while drilling for gas. To stop methane from spreading, they set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in weeks. It's still burning today, lighting up the desert night with a fiery glow. The heat is intense, and the sight is surreal. Thousands of flames roaring in a giant pit. It's become a magnet for extreme tourists and thrill seekers. The crater is both a disaster and a mesmerizing spectacle. Officials may try to extinguish it soon, but for now it's a permanent bonfire in the desert. We've seen a heart, giant crystals, and now a pit of fire. Ready for something even creepier? Let's visit an island that will haunt your dreams. Scene transitions. Next, we're in Mexico's Xochimilco canals at the infamous Island of the Dolls. The entire island is covered in hundreds of decaying dolls hanging from trees and fences. It started when caretaker Don Julian found a drowned girl and a doll in the canal. To honor her spirit, he hung the doll on a tree, then spent 50 years collecting more, convinced the island was haunted. The dolls are broken, dirty, and missing limbs, pure nightmare fuel. Visitors claim to hear whispers and see the doll's eyes move. Don Julian himself drowned in the same spot as the girl, adding to the legend. Today, the island draws dark tourists and ghost hunters, but many locals refuse to visit, especially at night. It's a chilling memorial turned horror show, an entire island of haunted dolls, definitely not for the faint of heart. From fire pits to creepy islands, let's switch gears to something sweet. How about hills that look like chocolate? Scene transitions. 15. Time for something beautiful. The chocolate hills of Bohol, Philippines. Over 1,200 perfectly cone-shaped hills stretch across the island. In the dry season, the grass turns brown, making the landscape look like it's covered in giant chocolate drops. These hills are completely natural, formed by millions of years of rain and erosion on limestone. Local legends say they're the tears of a giant or the aftermath of a titanic food fight. The view from the top is breathtaking, a sea of chocolate domes as far as you can see. It's a national monument and a testament to nature's creativity. From creepy to sweet, our journey keeps getting stranger. Next up, a desert painted in every color of the rainbow. Scene transitions. 11. Welcome to Arizona's Painted Desert, a landscape that looks like a watercolor masterpiece. The ground is striped with reds, pinks, purples, and grays, thanks to layers of mineral-rich rock. These colors were formed over millions of years as different minerals settled and eroded. The petrified forest nearby is filled with ancient trees turned to rainbow-colored stone. At sunrise and sunset, the colors become even more intense. It's a living, changing work of art, shaped by time and geology. You can drive for hours and still be surrounded by these painted hills. Nature's palette is on full display here. Ready for a mountain that looks like a rainbow? Let's go to Peru. 11. High in Peru's Andes is Vinicunca, Rainbow Mountain. Only recently revealed by melting glaciers, it's striped with vivid reds, yellows, turquoise, and lavender. The colors come from different minerals layered over millions of years, then pushed up by tectonic forces. Getting there is tough, a high-altitude trek at 17,000 feet, but the view is worth it. The mountain looks like it's been painted by a god. It's now one of Peru's top attractions, drawing thousands of visitors. Rainbow Mountain is a geological masterpiece and a reminder of the secrets still hidden on Earth. From painted deserts to rainbow mountains, let's head to a remote island with giant secrets. Scene transitions. 11. Easter Island, famous for its mysterious Moai statues. For years we thought they were just giant stone heads, but excavations revealed they have massive bodies buried underground, some over 30 feet tall. Carved by the Rapa Nui people centuries ago, these statues are full-figure monuments, not just heads. The bodies are covered in intricate carvings preserved by centuries of sediment. How these colossal statues were moved and erected remains a mystery. Hundreds of unfinished moai still lie in the quarry, frozen in time. The discovery of their bodies changed everything we thought we knew. Even the most famous places can still surprise us. Next, a cave that sings with the ocean. 11. Off Scotland's coast lies the Isle of Staffa, home to Fingal's Cave. The cave is made of massive hexagonal basalt columns, nature's own architecture. Formed by ancient lava flows, the columns create a cathedral-like chamber. But the real magic is the sound waves echo inside, producing deep musical tones. The acoustics inspired Mendelssohn's famous Hebrides Overture. At low tide, you can walk inside, surrounded by geometric pillars and the cave's haunting song. It's a place where geology and music collide, a singing cave built by volcanoes and the sea. Now, for our final stop, a lake that's bright pink. Scene transitions. 11. In Senegal, there's a lake so pink it looks fake, Lake Retba or Lac Rose. The vivid color comes from salt-loving bacteria that produce a red pigment. The lake is nearly 10 times saltier than the ocean. You can float effortlessly. Locals harvest salt from the lake, piling it into white mountains along the shore. The pink hue is brightest during the dry season and changes with the sun. It's a surreal, otherworldly sight, a strawberry milkshake lake in the middle of Africa. People come from all over to see and float in its waters. A perfect, bizarre finale to our world tour. Our planet is full of surprises. Sometimes you just have to look. Scene transitions. 12. First up, let's talk about a true giant of the animal kingdom, the blue whale. This magnificent creature is not only the largest animal alive today, but it's also the largest animal to have ever existed on our planet, even bigger than the biggest dinosaurs that once roamed the Earth. To put its size into perspective, a blue whale can grow up to 100 feet long, which is about the length of 3 school buses lined up end to end. And weighing in at nearly 200 tons, it's hard to even imagine just how massive these gentle giants truly are. But what's even more mind-blowing is the size of its heart. The blue whale's heart alone can weigh up to 200 kilos, about 440 pounds. That's roughly the same weight as a fully grown polar bear, and it's about the size of a small golf cart. Just picture that for a moment. a heart so enormous, it could fill up an entire bathtub. In fact, if you ever needed to move a blue whale's heart, you'd need a forklift or heavy machinery. It's not something you could just pick up and carry around. The sheer scale of this organ is almost impossible to comprehend. Even more incredible, the blue whale's heartbeat is so powerful that it can be detected from over 3 kilometers away underwater. That's more than 1.5 miles. Imagine the deep, rhythmic thump-thump echoing through the vast, dark ocean, announcing the presence of this gentle giant to any creature nearby. That's almost 2 miles of ocean filled with the sound of a single heartbeat. It's like nature's own drum, pulsing through the water, a reminder of the blue whale's incredible power and presence. And get this, the arteries of a blue whale are so wide that a small child could actually swim through them. That's right, the blood vessels are big enough to fit a person inside. It's a fact that really puts into perspective just how enormous every part of this animal is. With every beat, the blue whale's heart sends out low-frequency waves that travel for miles, creating a constant, almost ghostly presence in the deep sea. These sound waves help blue whales communicate with each other across vast distances, connecting them in the silent world beneath the waves. The blue whale's heart isn't just an organ, it's a force of nature, driving the largest animal on Earth and sending ripples through the ocean that can be felt far and wide. It's a living engine, powering a creature that inspires awe wherever it goes. So, the next time you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, try to picture a heart the size of a polar bear, beating calmly and steadily in the quiet depths of the ocean. It's a powerful image, one that's both humbling and inspiring, reminding us of the wonders that exist in the natural world. The blue whale's heart is a symbol of nature's extremes, showing us just how incredible and unexpected life on Earth can be. It's a testament to the mysteries and marvels that still exist in our oceans, waiting to be discovered. And that's just the first amazing fact about the blue whale. There's so much more to explore, so let's keep going and dive even deeper into the wonders of the animal kingdom. Picture a shark, sleek, powerful, and mysterious, gliding through the deep blue waters. Now imagine a tree, its roots digging deep into the earth, branches reaching for the sky, leaves rustling in the wind. If you had to guess, which one do you think has been on Earth longer, the ancient shark or the steadfast tree? It's a question that surprises almost everyone. Most people would probably say trees, since they seem so timeless and enduring. But the truth is, sharks have been swimming in our oceans for about 400 million years. That's a staggering 50 million years before the very first trees ever took root on land. Sharks were already ancient when the first forests began to appear, long before flowers bloomed or even the mighty dinosaurs walked the earth. Over hundreds of millions of years, sharks have survived 5 mass extinction events, the slow drift of continents, and the rise and fall of entire ecosystems. They've seen the world change in ways we can barely imagine. The earliest trees only showed up about 350 million years ago. Sharks had already been around for 50 million years by then, thriving in ancient seas. So when you spot a shark, you're not just seeing a predator, you're witnessing a living fossil, a survivor from a world that predates forests, flowers, and even the continents as we know them. Sharks aren't just part of history. They are history, still gliding through our oceans, carrying the story of Earth's deep past in every movement. It's pretty mind-blowing, right? And there's even more to discover about these incredible survivors. Let's keep going. Look up at a fluffy cloud. Seems light, right? An average cumulus cloud weighs over 500,000 kilograms, about 100 elephants. That's 1,000,000 pounds floating above your head. How? The weight is spread out in billions of tiny droplets suspended by updrafts. It's a giant airborne lake held up by physics. Storm clouds can weigh millions of kilos. Next time you fly through a cloud, remember, you're passing through the weight of 100 elephants dispersed into mist. The atmosphere is more powerful and heavier than it looks. You'll never see clouds the same way again. Mount Everest is Earth's tallest mountain, rising to a breathtaking 8.8 kilometers above sea level. For centuries, it has stood as the ultimate symbol of natural grandeur and human ambition, drawing climbers and adventurers from around the world. Its snow-capped peak pierces the sky, dominating the Himalayan landscape and inspiring awe in all who see it. But as massive as Everest is, it's not the tallest mountain in our solar system, not by a long shot. On Mars, there's a giant that makes Everest look tiny, Olympus Mons. This colossal shield volcano soars to an astonishing 22 kilometers high, nearly 3 times the height of Everest. Its summit rises so far above the Martian plains that it would tower over any mountain on Earth, dwarfing even the mightiest peaks we know. The sheer scale of Olympus Mons is almost impossible to imagine. Its base stretches across 600 kilometers, making it as wide as the entire state of Arizona. If you placed it on Earth, it would cover multiple countries. The volcano's footprint is so vast it could swallow up entire cities with room to spare. Standing at the base of Olympus Mons, you wouldn't even be able to see the summit. The volcano's gentle slopes curve away with the surface of Mars, disappearing beyond the horizon. It's so massive that the curvature of the planet itself hides its peak from view, making it feel more like a continent than a mountain. Olympus Mons is so tall, its summit actually pokes into the thin upper atmosphere of Mars, almost reaching the edge of space. From the top, you'd see the sky fade from pink to black, and the horizon would stretch impossibly far in every direction. So why is Olympus Mons so enormous? Unlike Earth, Mars doesn't have tectonic plates to move and break up the crust. This means that for billions of years, lava could erupt in the same spot, piling up higher and higher without interruption. The result is a volcano of truly staggering proportions, built by the slow, steady forces of Martian geology. Olympus Mons stands as a monument to geological stability and cosmic scale, a silent giant that tells the story of a planet's ancient past. Its size challenges our imagination and reminds us how different and how vast our solar system can be. Everest is impressive, no doubt, but when you compare it to Olympus Mons, you realize that epic takes on a whole new meaning beyond Earth. In ancient Egyptian tombs, archaeologists found honey that's thousands of years old and still edible. Honey never expires when stored properly. Why? It's low in water, highly acidic, and contains natural hydrogen peroxide. Bacteria can't survive in it. It's nature's perfect preservative. Bees add an enzyme that creates hydrogen peroxide, making honey self-preserving. So, that jar in your pantry? It's probably still good no matter how old. Honey is a sweet treat that can outlast civilizations. Meet the wood frog, a creature that can freeze solid in winter and come back to life in spring. It lets itself freeze, heart stopped, brain activity gone, clinically dead. About 65% of its body water turns to ice. Before freezing, its liver floods its body with glucose, acting as antifreeze to protect its cells. The frog survives months as a frozen statue, then thaws out and hops away as if nothing happened. Scientists study this for clues to cryopreservation and organ transport. The wood frog doesn't just survive winter, it conquers it. The loudest sound in recorded history? Krakatoa's eruption in 1883. The explosion was 4 times more powerful than the biggest nuclear bomb ever detonated. The sound was heard 3,000 miles away, like hearing a blast in New York from San Francisco. The pressure wave circled the globe multiple times. It ruptured eardrums 40 miles away and triggered tsunamis over 100 feet high. The ash cloud changed sunsets worldwide for years. Krakatoa's eruption was a reminder of Earth's raw, unimaginable power. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood through the gills, 1 pumps it to the rest of the body. When they swim, the main heart stops, making swimming exhausting. That's why they prefer crawling along the seafloor. Their blood is blue thanks to copper-based hemocyanin, which isn't as efficient as our iron-based hemoglobin. So, 3 hearts are needed just to get enough oxygen. Octopuses are brilliant, alien-like creatures with a circulatory system as strange as their appearance. Are zebras white with black stripes or black with white stripes? Science says zebras are black-skinned, with white stripes caused by inactive pigment cells. The black stripes are where pigment is produced. The white stripes are simply the absence of color. Underneath, their skin is uniformly black. The stripes aren't for camouflage from lions. They confuse biting flies, making it harder for insects to land. Nature's solutions are always surprising. The quietest place on Earth is a man-made room in Minnesota, the anechoic chamber. It's so silent, background noise is measured in negative decibels. The walls absorb 99.99% of sound. No echo, no reverberation. In this silence, you can hear your own heartbeat, lungs, even your blood flowing. Most people can't last more than 45 minutes before hallucinating. It's a place where you realize, even in silence, your body is never truly quiet. Let's kick things off with a doozy. One of those facts that sounds made up but is absolutely true. Believe it or not, a shrimp's heart is actually located in its head. More specifically, their heart sits inside the cephalothorax, which is the hard, protective section right behind their eyes. This area isn't just for show. It's a vital command center packed with organs. Shrimp have what's called an open circulatory system. Instead of blood traveling through veins like ours, their blood sloshes freely around their body cavity, bathing organs directly. This setup is surprisingly efficient for their small, active bodies. It means their brain and all those important sensory organs get a fresh supply of oxygenated blood right away, helping them react quickly to their environment. Imagine if humans were built like that. If our hearts and brains were bundled together in our heads, it would make for some interesting doctor visits, that's for sure. But for shrimp, it's a brilliant piece of evolutionary engineering. Nature has found a way to keep everything important in one compact armored spot. So the next time you're about to dig into a shrimp cocktail, take a moment to appreciate just how strange and wonderful their anatomy really is. Shrimp aren't just tasty appetizers, they're living marvels, perfectly adapted to their underwater world and full of surprises. The animal kingdom is packed with oddities like this, reminding us that evolution is endlessly creative and sometimes downright weird. So, the next time you spot a shrimp, whether it's in an aquarium or on your dinner plate, give it a little nod of respect for its unique biology. These tiny creatures are swimming wonders, with their hearts and minds bundled up in one head-sized package, thriving in oceans all over the world. And with that, let's dive into our next mind-blowing fact. Fact number 2 is incredibly inspiring, and it's a story that continues to move people around the world. Ludwig van Beethoven, the legendary composer, created some of the world's most celebrated masterpieces, despite facing unimaginable challenges. His hearing loss began in his late 20s, a devastating blow for anyone, but especially for a musician whose life revolved around sound. Over the years, his condition only worsened. By his mid-40s, Beethoven was almost entirely deaf, unable to hear the music he so passionately composed. Yet, he refused to let silence define him. Instead, he found new ways to connect with his art, pushing through adversity with unwavering determination. Beethoven would lie with his ear pressed against the piano, feeling the vibrations through the floor and the wood, letting the physical sensation of music guide his creativity. This remarkable technique allowed him to compose his Ninth Symphony, a work that would become one of the most iconic pieces in classical music history, featuring the unforgettable Ode to Joy. At its premiere, Beethoven, now old and completely deaf, stood on stage to conduct, pouring his soul into every gesture. He couldn't hear the thunderous applause that erupted at the end, until a soloist gently turned him around so he could witness the audience's standing ovation and see the joy his music had brought. It's a testament to the resilience and strength of the human spirit, showing us that even in the face of overwhelming obstacles, greatness can still be achieved. Beethoven proved that music transcends sound. It's a feeling, a vibration, an emotion that can be experienced in countless ways. His deafness didn't stop him. In many ways, it deepened his connection to music, allowing him to explore new depths of creativity and emotion. Beethoven's journey teaches us that limitations are not the end, but rather challenges to be met with courage, innovation, and creativity. His story reminds us that you don't just listen to music with your ears, you listen with your heart, your mind, and your entire being. Beethoven's life is a powerful reminder of the resilience and boundless potential of the human spirit, inspiring us to persevere no matter the odds. Let's move on to the next incredible fact and discover more stories that celebrate the triumph of creativity and determination. Let's talk about pigeons, those city park regulars. You might think of them as just background characters in the urban landscape, but these birds are far more observant than you might expect. Pigeons can recognize and remember individual human faces, even after just a few encounters. They're constantly scanning their environment, taking mental notes about the people they see. That pigeon you shooed away last week, it remembers you, and it's probably told its friends too. Pigeons are social creatures, and they share information within their flocks. Researchers in Paris conducted a fascinating experiment with two people, one who fed pigeons and another who chased them away. The pigeons quickly learned who was friend and who was foe, Even when the two people switched roles and changed their clothes, the pigeons still avoided the mean one and flocked to the friendly one. They remembered faces, not just actions or clothing. Their sharp eyesight and memory helped them keep track of who's who in the city. This shows advanced cognitive skills, not just simple conditioning. Pigeons can solve puzzles, learn patterns, and even distinguish between different artistic styles in experiments. In a crowd, pigeons can pick out a specific face and associate it with past experiences, good or bad. They're constantly updating their mental files on us. They're creating mental files on us. Nice, mean, or the one who drops fries. If you're generous with snacks, you'll quickly become a favorite. So next time you're in a park, remember, pigeons are watching and judging. They're sizing you up, deciding if you're friend or foe. They're not pests. They're intelligent urban survivors, adapting to city life with remarkable skill and memory. Be nice to pigeons. You want to be on their good side. Who knows, maybe one day they'll even help you out in return. It's amazing how much more there is to these birds than meets the eye. Their intelligence and adaptability make them true city dwellers. So, the next time you spot a pigeon, remember, it might just be keeping tabs on you. Let's move on to our next fascinating fact. Look up at the night sky. The moon is slowly moving away from Earth. Astronauts left retro-reflectors on the moon, allowing scientists to measure its drift. It's moving away at about 3.8 centimeters per year. Over time, this affects Earth's rotation, making days longer. Eventually, a day could be much longer than 24 hours. The moon's current distance creates total solar eclipses. In 600 million years, it will be too far to cover the sun. The era of total solar eclipses will end. The moon's retreat is a natural process, driven by tidal forces. It's a reminder that even seemingly permanent things are part of a dynamic cosmic dance. Enjoy those eclipses while you can. They have an expiration date. It's fascinating how the universe is constantly changing. Let's move on to our next mind-blowing fact. Let's talk about the red fox and its secret superpower. Foxes can sense the Earth's magnetic field and use it to hunt. When hunting, they leap into the air and dive nose first into the snow. They align themselves with the planet's magnetic field for accuracy. This ability, called magnetoreception, is found in other animals for migration, but foxes use it for hunting, giving them an advantage in winter. It's a true sixth sense, perceiving the world in a way alien to us. Next time you see a fox diving into the snow, know it's a calculated move. They're not just cute creatures, they're magnetic assassins. It's incredible how nature equips animals with such unique abilities. Let's move on to our next fascinating fact. Plants aren't just passive, they communicate with each other. When attacked, they release chemicals as distress signals. Neighboring plants detect these signals and activate defenses. They also communicate through an underground network of fungi. This wood-wide web allows them to share resources and warnings. It's a cooperative society happening beneath our feet. Forests and gardens are living, communicating superorganisms. Next time you're in a forest, imagine the silent conversations around you. It's incredible how much more there is to plants than we realize. Let's move on to our next mind-blowing fact. Lightning is more powerful than we imagined. It can create antimatter. During thunderstorms, electric fields accelerate electrons to high speeds. These electrons emit gamma rays, creating terrestrial gamma ray flashes. Gamma rays can convert into electron-positron pairs, creating antimatter. NASA's Fermi telescope detected these gamma ray signals. Thunderstorms are natural antimatter factories. It's mind-boggling that such exotic substances are created in our atmosphere. It connects Earth's weather to fundamental cosmic physics. There are still incredible secrets hidden in plain sight. Let's move on to our next fascinating fact. Elephants can recognize themselves in a mirror, showing self-awareness. Most animals react to reflections as if they're seeing another animal. Elephants investigate and test their reflections. In a study, elephants touched a mark on their heads, seen only in the mirror. This rare ability shows a high level of intelligence and self-awareness. Besides humans, only a few species pass this test. Elephants have a complex sense of identity and a rich inner world. It's a powerful argument for treating them with respect and compassion. Let's move on to our next mind-blowing fact. In Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert, a fiery crater has burned for over 50 years. Known as the door to hell, it began in 1971 when a drilling rig collapsed. To prevent methane spread, scientists set it on fire, expecting it to burn out. Decades later, it's still burning, fueled by a massive gas supply. The sight is surreal, especially at night, drawing tourists worldwide. It's a bizarre monument to a scientific miscalculation, a fiery testament to the powerful forces beneath Earth's surface. Let's move on to our final fascinating fact. Your brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb. With 86 billion neurons, it communicates using electrical signals. This activity generates about 20 watts of electricity. It's not enough to charge your phone, but it's impressive. Your brain is the most energy-efficient and powerful computer known. It's a reminder of the amazing biological machine you are. You're an electrochemical marvel, a beacon of energy in the universe. Let's wrap up with our final thoughts. That's our list. 10 mind-blowing facts to see the world differently. From shrimp hearts to the eternal fire, our world is weird and wonderful. Which fact was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see which fact wins the Mind Blown Award. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe for more amazing facts. Don't forget to ring the bell for the next video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.